Greetings from Mobility Outlook and welcome to Mobility Conversations. Today we are at BHTC Pune where we are going to meet Mr. Michael Jaeger, CEO BHTC and Kolja Kress, CFO BHTC. Welcome gentlemen, welcome to the conversations and welcome to India.
Thank you very much.
First of all, congratulations on opening the new technical center in Pune. How critical is this center for BHTC globally?
Yeah, we all know the Indian automotive market is one of the fastest growing markets in the automotive world. And to be successful globally, we believe we also have to be successful in India. And we see great opportunities to grow together with the Indian market by offering really specific products to our customers. And to be able to offer specific products to our customers here in India, we have to be here. We have to do our developments for the market, in order to understand in the best possible way the products, the needs for this market. And on the second side, we believe that this engineering, especially engineering, but also IT competences, HR competences, we can use also on a global scale in order to use that for the other locations out of India.
Okay. So that means it's going to be two objectives, local and global.
Exactly.
Okay. Then do you see opportunity for this center to become a center of excellence for any of the product or categories that you are developing?
Absolutely. So we have a clearly defined R&D footprint strategy, and especially specific climate products and also HMI panel products will be centrally developed here in India as a center of competence for the world.
Okay. So that's prime objective. So how important the India facility of BHTC per se? Because it caters to a lot of customers in India. Recently, I think you supplied to Mahindra X700, XUV 700. That was became a very sensation in the market. So how important is BHTC for the headquarters?
Yeah, it's very important in order to first of all grow with the Indian market on the one side. On the other side, to build up the competences in India, also for the global and for the headquarter markets. Yeah, we have already nearly 200 engineers working for local business, but also many of them working for the global business, supporting the global business activities.
Okay, so that means India facility will also support the requirements of global customers.
Absolutely.
In way of products, manufacturing products, or only technology?
It's technology and manufacturing. We have started manufacturing of products not just for the Indian market, but also for the European market, for instance, but also for Southeast Asia, and so on.
What made BHTC to have a technical center here? There may be some reasons, competence, low cost, or no technical talent. What are they?
So maybe Kolja.
Yeah, historically, the company was originally founded in 2006. And at the time, our parent companies were already located in Pune, so it was quite logical. Now, over the years, as the company has grown, and as Michael already alluded to, certainly R&D and R&D competence is a key element. And we know the educational facilities and trainings that are available here in Pune. So it's really a rich talent pool that we as a company want to tap into, develop those young engineers, and really drive them through their career. So that is the second key reason. Of course, Pune is a key automotive location.
Would you be expanding your manufacturing footprint in India?
Yeah, we're definitely investing into a second SMD line, so surface mount technology.
Here?
Yeah, here
in Pune?
Yeah, here in this facility.
Okay.
This facility, again, to clarify, has the manufacturing of SMT, and then also the final assembly, and of course, as Michael already mentioned, R&D, global services, and all the support functions. So really a key element of our overall strategy.
Do you see the need to set up another facility elsewhere, like Chennai or NCR, that is Delhi?
Not at this stage. As Michael said, we certainly anticipate the Indian market to really grow at an expanded rate. Not at this stage. I mean, we've just invested, and we will invest significant amounts over the next couple of years into this facility in terms of manufacturing equipment, obviously engineers and talents, but not at this stage. But as we already said, I mean, the Indian market is going to grow, so we definitely intend to grow with it.
Yeah, if you can let us know how much has been invested in the facility so far.
So since 2006, we've overall invested around 8 to 10 million. Euros, so we're talking euros. And then we're going to invest that same amount over the next couple of years again. So it is a sizable investment for our overall business. And yeah, it's really a key site for us to grow.
So over a period of time, or the India facility will contribute substantially to the global revenue.
Yeah, absolutely. It will contribute to the global revenue by a significant amount in future. So we are talking on a target of 10% of the global revenue.
In how many years?
I think in about 5 years from now.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of fixed revenue booked. So there is natural growth that we're certain that will come. And we're still working on a number of exciting opportunities. And then, of course, indirectly, as already said, I mean, the team here will work on a number of global projects where they will play key roles, whether it's software engineering, testing, and then for certain product lines, they will develop them end-to-end.
Is there a possibility for you to source components from India and then export it to other locations?
Yeah, for us, it's a clear target to have really our supply chain here locally as much as possible, because it's a significant advantage to be not dependent so much from customs, from other problems between the countries and so on. Yeah. So therefore, of course, the supply chain, having the available supply chain here in India is key for us.
You celebrated Global Convention, 2022, for, I think, networking and exchange of ideas with all the people from across the globe. Yeah. What transpired? What are the key message emerged out of the meeting?
Yeah. So one key message is that we understand ourselves really as one family. So that at the end we see it doesn't matter where our products are developed. It doesn't matter where our manufacturing is located. We always understand ourselves as a family, and whatever is best for our customer and for the company in the same way, we decide for. Yeah, so there are no differences, and there should be no differences anymore in future. That Germany rules and everything, every nation has to follow, or every location has to follow. But it's more like we are on one ice level, and we care all together for the best of the company's sake and the customer's sake. This is one message. Okay. The other message is we have to keep our flexibility high. One of our strengths of BHTC is we are relatively small, and that helps us to be really innovative and flexible. But we will grow significantly our business, and we have to keep that strength combining with the growth and being a bigger company in the future. That was the other topic, and we talked a lot about what are the core values we have to follow on.
Okay, quite interesting to know. So the first point you said, no, it's across one solution or one view for the entire globe. There could be some issues pertaining to the supply chain disruption. How will you manage when you have that one view for all?
Well, that one view for all has to be understood in a different way. Yeah, it's more the topic. We are not telling that everything has to act in the same way or everybody has to react in the same way, but we have to find solutions in each and every place really fitting to the specific situation. But in the end, we are all talking with one voice outside to the customers. Yeah, so because our customers are global customers, and there's no differentiation for the customer. There should be no difference whether they talk to our Indian colleagues or to our German colleagues. This is what I mean.
Yeah, I understand. What are the megatrends that you follow? The connectivity, green, they've all been talked about for a decade, more than a decade now. Yeah. Beyond that, what are the megatrends you follow?
Yeah. we see overall in the automotive industry, as we know, the two mega trends of powertrain electrification and autonomous driving. Yeah? The powertrain electrification is not directly hitting us because we are more in the interior. We are in the climate control area and the HMI area.
Absolutely.
And you need both also for the electric vehicles. But what has changed, and this is important for us, with the upcoming trend from Tesla to have really big display technologies in the car, we are, of course, directly connected to that trend. And that helped us also to grow our display business. So it's an indirect connection, powertrain electrification, which led to different interiors. The other side is autonomous driving. We can all imagine once the cars are driven more and more autonomously, have more and more driver assistance function in there, the interior of the car will change. And we see it already now. The interiors change heavily. We don't have knobs anymore. We don't have so many mechanical movements anymore. And we have much more content in the car to entertain people, to relax people, and so on. And here we are in the middle of this mega trend, supporting this mega trend while changing the interior of the car heavily.
You are very much into whatever is visible, for the user, the driver. And when they get in, the first thing that welcomes you is the instrument classifier display and then the air conditioner, etc.
Yeah.
But what are the opportunities that you see in the adjacent areas so that you can enhance your content per vehicle?
This is a good question because this is, of course, a question we are tackling thinking about growth opportunities. Yeah. One thing is certainly there will be much more in the interior of the future, more displays, not just in the cockpit and center. We will have passenger displays, we will have rear seating, entertainment, much more. So everything what is in the interior combined with functionalities will be future products for us. Still thinking about thermal management of the future. Thermal management of an electric car is a different thing to thermal management of a combustion engine, because combustion engine driven cars only we use the waste heat and the HVAC to control the climate. In future we have a totally combined system of thermal management of the whole vehicle, of the drivetrain, battery and interior. And in this field we expect also growth opportunities for us. There are some interesting innovations ahead, but for now I cannot talk too much about that one.
So, from the commercial vehicle point of view, that buses and trucks, do you see a lot of opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we're already specifically in Europe and also North America a key player in the commercial field, and it's a slightly different trend because there vehicles have a very long life cycle. I mean, they're on the road for 10, 15 years. Obviously, the drivers there now also cater for comfort in the car, whether it's climatization. And the cockpit there is also changing.
And they drive longer times.
They drive longer times, and we're currently at a stage where what is in the passenger vehicles is step by step coming into the commercial vehicles. We have one relatively big business a year ago, which is a digital driver workspace, which is now coming into other opportunities where we really want to develop that market and that trend, and that's also opportunities we're hoping to find here in India as well.
Yeah. In the case of new mobility, I think you answered partially. Do you see beyond interiors? Do you see opportunities for you to provide solutions in the new mobility, electric or hybrid or even fuel cells?
Not sure. We are a very much technology-driven company, and we have very much we're based on innovation and really pushing technology forward. But at the same time, we obviously have very clear roots and foundation. And if we want to enter a new market and niche, there needs to be something where we can really differentiate, where we can really make a difference, and not be a me too. I do the same thing. So we are evaluating, as you can imagine, certainly always market opportunities. But at this stage, obviously, we have a lot of things in the pipeline, whether it's in the climate control business or in our HMI human machine interface space.
Yeah. Crisis always gives a lot of opportunities. There were two crises. One is the pandemic and also the geopolitical situation, which is still very hot.
Yeah.
So what are the opportunities you have?
Yeah. We are just witnessing one of the positive effects out of the pandemic crisis just here in India. I give you the reason why. Before pandemic, so before COVID times, we were very much more dependent in our locations here in India, for instance, from the headquarters in Germany. Because there was a feeling whenever we have to decide something, whenever something has to go differently or is getting difficult, the German colleagues in the headquarters, they have to help, they have to come over here and to solve the situation. This was not possible in the last 2 years. So what can we do? The people have to get more competent here and to decide on their own. Build up, find solutions on their own because people are simply not available from the headquarters. This is really a positive thing, and that helped us a lot really to build up the competence, the self-confidence of the people, and to keep them motivated much more now to do their own job, to take their own responsibility. This is certainly a chance we can see out of that.
So it has become a standalone entity.
Yeah, more standalone.
More
it will never be a standalone.
No,
it should not be a standalone. Yeah, we should collaborate. But driving the entrepreneurship of the people, this is an important thing. And as soon as if something is not possible elsewhere, you have to do it on your own.
Yeah, absolutely. And about the geopolitical situation?
Well, we have to take our learnings out of that. Yeah, we have to find ways how to balance the dependency from certain regions, how to balance the dependency from certain delivery, supply issues which might come up also out of the geopolitical situation, and also to create some more independency together with our supply partners, of course, and together also with our customers. And also out of pandemic and geopolitical situation, I think together in this industry, we learned a lot how to deal with those disruptions in a better way. You could see it during the chip crisis. At the beginning of the chip crisis, many organizations were overwhelmed with the situation, not knowing how to deal with those new kind of problems. Today we still have the problems, and we will have those problems ongoing in the next months to come at least. But today we have a better collaboration between the companies and a better way how to manage and to deal with those kind of disruptions. And I'm sure out of that we learn now a lot how to deal with future disruptions, which will obviously come. Unfortunately, we can count on that. But we can, on the other side, count on our flexibility and our learnings out of the last 2-3 years. And this is a positive thing, I think.
Is this giving some opportunities for you to explore new export markets?
I mean, we're already exporting, for example, out of India into Latin America, into Southeast Asia, where, as Michael said, we're already got some business that will now go into Europe from this location. I think the key is really that we make overall our supply chains more robust. Have alternatives. Probably there's an element how much inventory do you keep, and I think the trend of in the past live with minimal inventory is slightly changing now. And also, I think one thing is we really bring our suppliers and customers closer, because as a team, we can only solve this and really work together there.
I think you have 8 facilities across the world, no?
Yeah,
8 locations.
5 manufacturing sites and then a couple of sales offices and development centers and overall 8.
I think in China you are competing with a local company, no? I think you are doing. Any thoughts on expanding your footprint globally? Establishing manufacturing operations?
I mean, we're currently present in all the main regions. I mean, we have a manufacturing site in Mexico with a front end in the US and the Detroit region. So that covers, if you want, the North America region. We do some export business from India and also from Germany, Bulgaria into Latin America. We did have in Europe 2 plants, one in Bulgaria, which covers really the high volume items, and then our headquarter in Lippstadt, not only our R&D center, but also a key manufacturing site specifically for HMI. We then obviously are here in India with both R&D and manufacturing for the Indian market and some export. Then we have a location in China, which really serves two fronts. One, the local OEMs, and then on the other hand, the German OEMs based in China.
Oh.
And then we have some development center in Taiwan, specifically around display. We have some sales front end in Japan, some R&D activity in Finland. That's really the overall setup.
So to answer your question, for now we don't see the urgent need to explore new regions. But of course, with the growth we will see ahead of us, there will be a question either to invest in the existing locations or to try to find new locations. But at least from our regional standpoint, we are quite well balanced here.
Finally, I would like to know your outlook for the next 5 years. Yeah, how is the industry will perform?
The industry or our company?
Industry and the company.
Yeah, so we can expect that by 2024, the global automotive market will be at the pre-COVID level back again. Okay. Yeah, and after that, the main question is, will we see further the growth which we expected in the pre-COVID time, or which we saw in the pre-COVID time? And for me, this question is a little bit open, to be very honest. So how is really the automotive market in the end developing? Will we see less new car on the street due to the fact that combustion engines have no future or a limited future, at least in many regions of the world? And there is a certain insecurity in the market whether they buy now electrified cars or combustion engine cars. The other side is, how is the mobility behavior changing in the next generations? We see it from our kids. I see it at least personally from my kids. They are not so much connected anymore to the automotive, to own car, but to rather use other mobility things. Yeah. So therefore, this question is for me a little bit open. Yeah. But what we know is that mobility will further grow. It is of growing importance, and therefore it's a question also for us how to explore maybe new markets, new players in the automotive markets, but also maybe new markets outside. This is a question which is open for us. We are checking this. We try to find out our right ways. But beside that, in our core business, looking just to the business we have today, we see major and huge growth opportunities in the core areas we are here. So beside the fact that we do not know exactly how the automotive market will develop, we know exactly if we are doing our job right, we will grow our business significantly. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.